In this video, I share with you 5 simple study tips for you to ace school this year and start your academic era. Tip number 1, know your syllabus. Going through your syllabus will mainly help you to know about what your course is about and what it requires from you in order to succeed. Doing this can save you a whole lot of time and make it very clear for you on what you really need to study for each specific subjects. So get your syllabus and figure out what you really need to know before beginning to learn it. Tip number 2, build your basics. If you've got issues in the very basics of a certain topic, then dealing with the more complicated concepts later on in the year is going to be a nightmare for you. This is why it's essential for you to work on your basics now. You can obviously use YouTube as the platform for you to learn and work on these base level concepts at almost zero cost. Tip number 3, study the right way. Different subjects require different methods for learning them, and it is very important for you to realize that. Subjects heavily based on theory, such as biology, require memorization to the most. On the other hand, problem solving based subjects, such as maths and physics, are more about critical thinking and repeated practice. It is true that memorization somehow is needed in all the subjects that you study, but it's more about where you need to put more work and where not. So recognize the type of subject and then determine which type of method is best for studying it. Tip number 4, revise the right way. Don't use the old reading the textbook all over again and again technique to revise throughout the year, because let's be honest, what's the guarantee that the information is actually getting into your head? So, how do you revise in the most effective way possible? Well, it all comes down to mainly two things: active recall and spaced repetition. If you have been going through the educational internet, you might have heard a lot about these two. For those who haven't, here are the concepts explained in simple words. Active recall basically involves constantly testing your brain to recall the information in your textbook. It's like exercising your brain muscles instead of just repetitively trying to input information by rereading the textbook. Active recall can be done by writing down everything that you know about a topic, with your textbooks closed, of course, or by simply trying to explain the content to your friends, your stuffed toys, or even your bedroom wall. Flashcards also work well to practice active recall. Spaced repetition involves relearning a topic after a certain period of time. By revising the content again and again, you'd be able to keep the information in your mind for long term and not forget it after 2 weeks or even 2 days. I'd recommend you to use revision timetables for this, in which you note down the day that you revise a certain topic and how well you know it. According to that, you then re-revise after perhaps a few days or a few weeks to work on your weakness and not forget the information that you're trying to learn in school. Bonus revision method, and also my personal favorite memorization hack, acronyms. There are some concepts slash facts in some subjects that you just have to know, and no matter how hard you try, you always seem to mess them up. That is when the acronyms come in. I remember when I was trying to remember the electromagnetic waves, I made an acronym that goes like this: Get Sholo under very important map road. It makes no sense, I know. I don't even know what a map road is. But does it help me to memorize them in order? Yes, it does. Tip number 5, keep yourself motivated. I know that it gets very hard to keep yourself excited or to make yourself want to study, because I myself go through it sometimes. It is very important for you to keep yourself motivated so that you don't lose your morale to study now, only to regret it later on in your school year. Motivation comes in different forms for everyone. For some people, having a clear study to-do list can motivate them to get started with learning. For others, it could be by having a strong purpose behind why they want to do well in school, probably relating to the grade that they desperately want, or anything really. Find what motivates you to work hard for school. Keep in mind that you would not always be motivated to study, and that is absolutely normal. You just have to get yourself going because trust me, sometimes the best way to motivate yourself is by beginning the work because then the motivation just magically flows in. That's it for this video. I personally believe that if you begin to implement these 5 study tips in your daily school life, your results are going to change for the better. If you found this video useful, you can click that like button and share this video with your friends so that they can also succeed in their studies this school year. Also, make sure to subscribe for more studying and student life tips for you to thrive in school.